Sona is known to be a powerful, buffing support champion from the bot lane, providing heals, shields and damage for her entire team. However, her strong, supporting AP ratios on all of these abilities go to waste on the 0 CS support budget. When amped up in the solo lane, it gives her the power to provide absolutely insane team buffs that support so hard they can carry a game. Using high ability power items and the incredible extra boost from Windspeaker's Blessing, she can skyrocket her supporting abilities while gaining survivability from her heal and shield ratio, as well as Zhonya's Hourglass. Sona's strength derives from providing powerful auras for her team. Her Q provides damage for her team in addition to powerful damage for herself. W provides massive team shields and life-saving heals for the lowest HP nearby ally, and her E provides a gallant movement speed boost to charge, chase, or escape from battle. With very strong AP items, this ability is increased tenfold and further increased by 45% cooldown reduction, Windspeaker's Blessing and Ardent Sensor. Since Sona benefits from all of her own buffs as well, she becomes decently durable and mobile enough to avoid a lot of trouble. Before laning even begins, use your Q twice in Spawn Fountain in order to ready a power chord on your next Q while maintaining maximum mana. In the lane, try your best to last hit, and if you feel you can, poke your enemy with a Q and auto attack combo, and quickly retreat before minions or your opponent attack back. Use W to absorb and heal back any damage you take, but be careful not to exhaust your mana pool doing this. Taking minions comes first. Though there may be times that the E power chord may seem appropriate for slowing, a lot of the time the pure damage from Q power chord is preferable during ganks, especially if your ally has their own CC already. There may still be situations for the E power chord, such as ganks with crowd controllers junglers, and even W has a place against an assassin that will fight to the death while your gank partner has high enough damage to make up for your lack of it. When granted the opportunity, you can push your lane and rather than continue to push the tower, roam to top or bottom lane using your E movement speed to gank your ally laners. Having your ultimate, Crescendo, can make for very strong ganks. As a spell-spamming AP champion, Doran's Ring is an apt choice for starting item and is recommended for most of your lanes. However, when either feeling incredibly confident or in need of more sustain, Dark Seal with the Biscuit Mastery can do very well. Your first item can either be the massive AP boost of Needlessly Large Rod or the mana sustain of Lost Chapter. Sheen is a very cheesy item, and due to its lack of AP, can be awful if you don't end up snowballing. So the first two items are much safer. Seeker's Arm Guard can also be decent against AD assassins. For this build, revolving around high power and spammable abilities, we want a strong amount of ability power, cooldown reduction, mana, and mana regeneration. And the perfect item to find all of this in is the Morellonomicon. With fairly easy component items, this will provide incredible teamfighting power come mid and late game. Since Sona is massively lacking in wave clear, and in fact missing a lot of damaging spells at all, Luden's Echo can help fill that void. It provides high AP for her ratios, and the passive helps clear minion waves with its AoE. The movement speed is also incredibly welcome, and the passive can charge rapidly with this spell spamming champion. Sona's powerful W, with dual defensive AP ratios, leaves her fairly durable just buying AP. But she is still susceptible to strong assassins and burst, so Zhonya's Hourglass is a powerful choice of defense that also provides decent ability power and cooldown reduction. And as for any mage looking to appeal massively to their AP ratios, Rabadon's Death Cap will increase your buffs to such an insane status that it pretty much secures your teamfights as wins. Your final item and boot choice depends. Strong options for the final item include Ardent Sensor for its excellent team attack speed boost and heal and shield percent boost. Lichbane for its offensive capabilities and bursting an enemy down, increasing Sona's standalone power, and Hextech Protobelt provides some durability and a dash that can help set up your ultimate, Crescendo. Should you pick any of these items, you will reach 40% cooldown reduction, and 45% with the CDR mastery. And I'd recommend either Boots of Swiftness or Mercury Treads as your boot choice, for either mobility or to prevent death to crowd controls. I do not recommend Sorcerer's Shoes, as most of your strength lies in buffing allies, not killing enemies yourself, though if that is your wish, do feel free. Ionian Boots of Lucidity are a strong option for reaching 40% cooldown reduction earlier, or if you choose a different 6 item such as Banshee's Veil, which lacks CDR. However, they can always be bought early if in need of CDR and swapped out to get your 6th item. This is an ideal full build. It provides incredible buffs to your team in terms of on-hit damage, heals, shields, and movement speed at a constant fast rate with 45% cooldown reduction. Sona shines in teamfights, where her buffs are capable of bringing miracles. Use any buff as you see fit, but always keep them coming. Morellonomicon's passive sustain will keep you stocked up on mana so long as your team are killing enemies. Use the E movement speed to maneuver and position as safely as you can while covering your team with your auras. Should danger come to you, hit W, and if there's an assassin that your team can't deal with immediately, hit your zone's hourglass, giving your team the time to at least deflect them away or kill them outright. Use Q and Power Chord to deal heavy damage to an enemy target, preferably a carry. Using this on an assassin before going into Zonia's hourglass can often lead to the assassin's death at the hand of your own team. Otherwise, it's a good way of taking an enemy out of the fight. When just using all 3 of your powerful auras constantly, it should be able to give your team the damage and durability they need to win the fight. Sona does of course have her flaws. In lane, she lacks wave clear and is weak to having the lane shoved her way. Sona only has her Q to hit a maximum of 2 enemies and then an empowered auto attack from it to potentially strike a third. The best way to combat this are to auto attack push your lane by attacking minions constantly, and also to use the Q auto attack combo to harass your lane opponent. When you auto attack your opponent, the enemy minions will focus you instead of your own minions, causing your minions to push forward for you. Use your W to soak up any damage from minions or your opponent training back. Sona only has 2 offensive spells and does not provide much standing alone power at all. She is decently team reliant for your other laners or jungler to have some strong damage that she can back up with her auras. If you have a team of little damage, Sona can be quite a bad pick, but if you insist on her, pick up a Lichbane towards mid game to gain some extra damage. Sona is one of the most powerful and versatile buff supports in the game, and when built with ability power on a laner's budget, she can turn around even the weakest allies and overcome even more powerful enemy teams. Though she lacks in typical mage damage, she makes up for it with godlike support power. With her ability power buffing your allies and her CDR keeping shields up, when you choose this Hyper Support, you won't just be a 5th member of your team, but you will become the perfect 5th.